The Nintendo Switch is about 7 years old, and it's the holidays. It's a crazy thing that it's the holidays. Guess what? This is one of my favorite consoles of all time, and this has so many amazing games for the console that I wanted to share the must-haves. I don't know, just start a new series on the channel talking about Nintendo Switch. I want to do more Nintendo Switch videos. I really, really want to. I've been getting really into. I used to, like some of you may know, I used to do Nintendo Switch gameplay videos and streams and stuff, and mainly Smash Bros. But I also did some other live streams of Switch. So I do want to do more content than Nintendo Switch. And one of the big inspirations for me was Monado Max. Um, so we're gonna do top 10. Shout out to you, Monado Max, by the way. We're gonna do the top 10 most. What was it? Top 10 must have. This is gonna be first of many. Top 10 must have Nintendo Switch games for. What was it? Top 10 must have Nintendo Switch games for new owners of this Nintendo Switch. So, and this can go for people that already have the system as well. It can go for the people that already own the console, or even moms and dads trying to look for consoles to buy. It can go for this list can be for anyone that's looking for Nintendo Switch games. Because I know it's the holidays, so let's get right into it. For number, do y'all notice that? There seems see something. All right. Anyways, for number one, it is actually for number 10, and this is in no particular order. I'm just going off what I think are must-haves. Number 10 is going to be Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey is a banger of Nintendo Switch games. This is a phenomenal game. I highly recommend it. Now, this is going to be mainly first parties. By the way, this list is going to be first parties. Is Nintendo Switch games, so bear with me on that. But it's going to be Nintendo Switch first party games. So yeah, mainly Nintendo Switch first party games. Yeah, so let's get right into it. First off, we got number 10, Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey is one of the best Marios on the Switch. I highly, highly recommend Mario Odyssey. The 3D platform is amazing. The story is amazing. You know, you can't go wrong with it. And these are going to be short explanations, by the way. It's not going to go long-winded, because I don't want to go long-winded on this, but I just want to get short, sweet, to the point. Number 10, Mario Odyssey. Phenomenal game, must-have, masterpiece, all that stuff. Number 9, Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3 is the follow-up to Splatoon 2, which was the follow-up to Splatoon 1. You get it. It's a third-person shooter, kid-friendly shooter for the Nintendo Switch. They used ink instead of blood or bullets. They use it's like squid ink, but it's basically paint. It's basically paint ink. It can be different colors. They have red, yellow, blue, all that stuff. It's like a turf war kind of battle, but they have different modes as well. Not just turf war. I think that's what the main mode is called. They have a story mode as well. They also have DLC, so be prepared to get the DLC for that. If they only play single player, like if the people you're looking for only play single player and they want to and they don't have Switch Online, then getting the DLC for Splatoon 3 is really important too. I really think I think it's called Order Up or something. I forgot the Side Order. That's the name of it. Make sure to look out for Side Order. It's definitely a highly recommended DLC. The story is amazing. There's already a fully fledged story mode, which is phenomenal, and it brings everything together, all that stuff. It's just a highly recommendation for me. Number 8. We're at number 8, right? Number 8 is Super Mario Maker 2. Now, Mario Maker 2 is an amazing game. I highly recommend it. It's just an amazing game. You get to create your own levels. It's a Mario Maker game, but it's a Super Mario game, like 2D. It has also 3D World levels, inspired levels, and what was the other one? New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe levels as well. So you can create and play as much as you want. It's basically infinite levels, a lot of endless fun. A lot of streamers use it. A lot of people that viewers use it to send levels to big name streamers like DGR, Dashy, all that stuff. So if you want to, check them out. It's awesome. Um, that's a really high quality Mario game. And it has Mario. I mean, who doesn't love Mario? Number 5 is, wait, were we? No, I'm sorry. Number 8. Wait, no, we were at number 8. Yeah. Number, and we're gonna make more top 10s of must-have Switch games. Don't worry. Number 9. Wait, sorry, I was my train of thought. Number 8 is, we did 8. That was Mario Maker. Number 7. Sorry. Number 7 is, what was it? Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now, a lot of you may have a lot of you may think that may not like RPGs and stuff, but a lot of people do like RPGs. So I'm gonna add some RPGs to this list, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is no different. It's a phenomenal first party Nintendo Switch game made by Monolith Soft, and they have just a phenomenal story, phenomenal gameplay. I just highly recommend it. It is amazing, and I highly recommend it. I hear a lot of good things about it from people. That's my recommendation. For you, number, what was it? Number 9? No, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Number 6 is Metroid Dread. You can go, now there's 2 Metroid games. There's a bunch of Metroid games for the Switch, but if you're trying to get at least one Metroid game, or a Metroidvania-like game, because there are a lot of roguelikes and Metroidvania games out there, but if you're trying to get something that from the exact series, I would recommend getting Metroid Dread. I recently played it. I will say it is a bit hard. The game itself is very difficult. It is very hard, but for those hardcore looking people looking for a challenge, I highly recommend it. Also, if they love Metroid, it's a no-brainer. There's also Metroid Prime Remastered, but we'll get that into another list. But Metroid Dread is, I will say, it's hard to find where you're going, so using guide can be helpful too, but it's definitely a must-have. I definitely think it's a must-have. Number 5 is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. What can I say? It's Smash. It's Smash Bros. If you don't know what Smash Bros. Is, it is a first party multiplayer platform fighter game. It's mainly a party game, but it is really fun, and I can't recommend it enough. The game's just phenomenal, and I highly recommend it. It's one of those games that must have. It's definitely one of those must-have games. It's everyone and their mother loves it. Like, everyone, it's just a fun, family-friendly game that everyone loves and wants to play. It's a must-need. It's a must-have game. And you got the likes of Mario, Link, Zelda, Pikachu, all the Nintendo classics, as well as third-party characters and old returning characters that you've never seen before, as well as surprises as well, like Banjo. I also recommend getting the DLC, because the DLC is something that you should definitely get. Make sure to get both Season 1 and Season 2 if you can find it. I think there's an Ultimate Edition. I could be wrong, but I believe that if you get the DLC for all the games, all the characters, you will have it all. I will say also, be prepared to get an eShop card if they were looking for Piranha Plant, because you can still get Piranha Plant. I believe, I could be wrong about this, but you can get Piranha Plant. I think you have to pay for him though. He was a pre-order bonus for Nintendo Switch. They also have, make sure to get Switch eShop cards. So you can, if your loved one, you or your loved one is looking to get all the costumes, they have a lot of Mii costumes and a lot of different DLC stuff for the game. Sorry, my foot is itching, but for the game. So I recommend getting some eShop cards as well. And probably they're not that expensive though. They're like $2, $2.99, $3, $5 at most. But the DLC itself, I forget how much it is, but it's a highly recommendation. Uh, Nintendo's Switch must have number four is going to be it's going to be two games because they're both either or, but they're also must have either both of them, and they're also must plays. And remember, this list is in no particular order. This is just 10 of the must haves you should definitely have. Uh, they're Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. These are two phenomenal must-have games. If you can only get one, I would recommend getting Breath of the Wild, just because that's the original game of how everything started to get open world and all these crazy developers making crazy games and stuff like Sonic Frontiers, Pokemon Legends, which will be in the list soon. No spoilers. And a bunch of other games, but it's just a really high, like it's one of the must-haves. Both games, but if you can get both games, must have. Link, Inc. The story. I'm not going to spoil the story because I think you should experience it yourself. It's one of those games you gotta experience. Here's the Kingdom is the same way. You gotta experience it. It's a little bit on the mixed reviews kind of side. It's still a very highly recommended game. Some people like it. A lot of people love it. Most people love it, but compared to Breath of the Wild, I've heard some mixed things on it. Just because of the crafting system and the gameplay elements in the game make it a little bit more complex. I played both games. I finished Breath of the Wild. I'm still working on Tears of the Kingdom. I think that Tears of the Kingdom is a phenomenal game too, a must-have. But I do believe that it can be complicated for newcomers and people. So that's why I highly recommend getting Breath of the Wild first for people who don't have Breath of the Wild. Definitely get Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild first. And then if you want to get Tears of the Kingdom, yes, Tears of the Kingdom is a recent release and a newer release, but it's just something that I recommend getting it first is Breath of the Wild. You can't go wrong with it. They'll still have a fun 100% experience nonetheless, and it's basically choose your own adventure in like most Legend of Zeldas. But I think this is just amazing. Someone mentioned how I know I'm going a long tangent. I said I'll keep these short, but um, I just highly recommend. And then, there was a video talking about when nobody asked Shigeru Miyamoto, and it was talking about how box garden. He wanted to make a game that was a box garden, a living playroom, living like I don't know how to explain it. You should look up that video. If I can find it, I'll put the links in the description below and to all the sources and stuff. Um, and I'll put a link to the shopping to find the games as well. I think a lot of gamers, a lot of YouTubers don't do this. When they do this kind of thing, I think they should put their links in the description below where you can find the games. The best place to find the game, whether it be Amazon or GameStop or other places. So I think that's really important. Maybe they do, maybe some do, but I would recommend. There's always also sales going on as well. But anyways, what were we? Number three, and number four. I can't remember. Smash Bros. 4 was Zelda. Pokemon. And don't worry. There will be more lists. There will be more of a list. There will be more lists of must-haves. This is just the must-haves that I think you should get. There will be more must-haves that I think you should get as well. Like for instance, other games which I won't spoil for the next must-have. This series is not ending at all. It's going to be continuing. But number 4 is. Did I say number 4? 5 was Smash. 4 was Zelda. Number 3 was. What did I say number 3 was? I'm just trying a new style thing. I don't really like scripting my videos, and I should script my videos, but I'm trying a new different kind of thing, so bear with me. I just like being natural with it. So let me know if you like this in the comment section below. Let me know what you think top 10 Nintendo Switch games Alright. Number three is going to be a Pokemon game. So I love Pokemon. I've always loved Pokemon as a kid. I think that you can't go wrong with most of the Pokemon games on Nintendo Switch. There are some that are worse off than others. Some are better, and some are just spin-offs. So you gotta be prepared. But one of the mainline games I highly recommend is Pokemon Legends Arceus. Yes, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the most recent release, but that game has a lot of bugs. It is still a must-have, but it's from me on another list. I personally think Legends of Arceus is a game you can't go wrong with. It's a different kind of style of game. There's also let's if you want the original formula, you can go with the remake of Yellow Pokemon Yellow, and it's also a spin-off in its own right. It has different gameplay mechanics than the normal gameplay series, which Legends of Arceus does as well. But I think we'll get into that in another must-have as well. But I highly recommend the must-have for Pokemon Legends Arceus. If you can find it, it's a really I'm pretty sure you can find it. That game is a really high quality game. That game is an open world like Legend of Zelda like Pokemon game. And I love the catching mechanic and throwing mechanic. I love the battle mechanics. I love the story. I love how it's like it takes a lot more than 100%, but you can collect all the Pokemon in this game, and as well as new Pokemon that you haven't. It's basically set in the past, so it's like, and it'll prep people for Legends Arceus as well, or let's sorry, not Legends Z Day, the new Legends Pokemon Legends game coming out right now. Coming out in 2025. I highly recommend that as well, but we'll get that in another video when that comes out. But it'll help prep people for the style of Pokemon Legends. Maybe it'll be a whole different style. Who knows? But I highly recommend it. It's just a game that I recommend. Coming at number. Wait, did we say yeah? Coming at number two. Wait, I'm sorry. Coming at number two, yeah, is gonna be a unique one because I know a lot of people may not have this as your in your top 10 list, but I think this is a really good Kirby game. Spoilers, it's a Kirby game. Uh, a top 10 must have is definitely Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This is a 3D platformer Kirby game, and it's Nintendo hit it in the park, and this is something I recommend. Um, yeah, it's a 3D Kirby game, platformer game where you play as Kirby, play as the pink puffball, and you go around, and it's just the gameplay is fantastic. The story is it's there, it's good. The bosses are fun. The whole game is a masterpiece. I highly recommend it. Check out Kirby in the Forgotten Land, and number one is uh going to be what is number one going to be? And remember, this is not in any particular order. This is just 10. They're not better or worse than each other. In my opinion, these are just some of the top 10 must have video Switch games you must have. But there are more, and there's more. I just couldn't fit it all in one video, and that's why I made this kind of video. See how it does, and see if people like it. Let me know if you liked it. Um, Number one is going to be what's the number one going to be? Uh, Fire Emblem Three Houses. Now I know Fire Emblem Engage came out, and that's an amazing game. Not as revered as Fire Emblem Three Houses. So Fire Emblem Three Houses, if you ever played a Persona game, or a story game, or RPG, it's kind of like this, but this is a strategy RPG with different Fire Emblem characters, with new Fire Emblem characters, and they also made a. Don't get this confused with Fire Emblem Three Houses or Three Fates. I forgot the name of it, but it's a Fire Emblem Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, or Dynasty Warriors made by Koei Tecmo game, and so it's just like the Hyrule Warriors games for the Switch and the uh, Fire Emblem Warriors, which is also for the Switch. But don't get that confused with Three Houses because Three Houses is a phenomenal game. Three Houses made uh, made Fire Emblem even more popular than it already is. It's a popular strategy game. You play as you get to teach. You get to choose between three houses, choose different choose a from a wide variety of different houses. So it's like Harry Potter. Think of it like Harry Potter and Persona combined. And you try to build up your social link, build up your friendships with these people, and try to you can. One thing people don't tell you in these Fire Emblem Three houses lets you recruit other people, the characters from the other houses, and um, so but you have to complete certain missions for it, or like do something that they would like in requirements basically. It's a highly sought after game. It's really good. Phenomenal game. There is DLC for it. There's a bunch of well, not a bunch, but there's season one and season two DLC. I think the main DLC you're looking for is the. I think there's a DLC package, but I know there's a DLC. I think it's the last one. Um, the DLC, and there's the one thing I forgot to mention was the Xenoblade 3 DLC. Um, but was the Future Redeem? Yeah, Future Redeem DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Uh, yeah, and there's updates for Mario Maker, all that stuff. But anyways, there's DLC for Fire Emblem Three Houses. With the three houses, they have with the DLC for three houses, it's a whole new house that you can recruit more people to recruit basically for when you get to the not post game but the time skip spoilers. That's all I'm going to say about it. I don't like when people spoil it too much in these recommendation videos. So but yeah, this is the end of the video. Let me know what you thought about this in the video below. Thank you for watching, and y'all have a blessed day. I love you all, and have a blessed day. Oh, and let me know in the comments below what you think. All right, bye, y'all.